guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chennylondon and I'm back with another video, and in this video I'll be showing you how to get this flawless base. Oh yes, sister, I know you're feeling it. I know you're feeling it just as much as I am. Yeah, so don't ever get distracted about how good you look. That's just literally how I feel right now. Sorry, I can't help it, okay? I can't help it. Yeah, so in the video I'll be giving you tips, tricks, and how I get this flawless base. If you like what you see, please continue to watch. And if not, just like it, watch it, and subscribe it, because I'm sure there's going to be something for you. But no, yeah, let's get into this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Right, so I went in already. I've already done my eyebrows and my eyeshadow off of camera because the focus is about my base, so I don't need to show you guys that. In terms of what I just used on my face, I used the Primark Drops of Beauty Enhancing Facial Serum, and it looks like that. Come on, focus your bitch. And I used the number 8 NYX brush. This just helps me apply it better. I use this for like my primer as well. I'm going in with the Ordinary primer. Everything I use will be listed in the description box below. So if I move too fast, then be sure to. Just brush that in. Sometimes I use my hands, sometimes I don't. But in this case, it doesn't really matter which one you do use. But yeah, this just gives me like a really flawless base. And at the moment, I don't have like massive spots, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh my God, Rianne, your skin looks really good. Like, what are you doing?" Especially my cousin. Every time she sees me, Tanisha, she's just like, "Listen, Rianne, you need to give me the tea on what you're doing to your face." I was just like, "B, I try and drink at least 2 liters of water a day, but I'm struggling with like tiny little spots, and those are ones that piss me off more. Apart from when I get dirty ones." Yeah, so I just blended that in, and then for foundation today, I use this pretty much all the time. I mean, I'm literally running out. Like, that's how much I got left before I scrape. I've bought like this like 4 or 5 times. I love this foundation stick, and this is the Barry M All Night Long Medium Coverage Foundation Stick. You're gonna see why I love it. So I just draw lines on my face. Literally, normally it comes up more full coverage than this. Obviously because it's running out, but we'll finesse it today. We'll finesse it, trust me. Just drawing more lines than normal. I might just take an eyeshadow brush or some. I'll take the Real Techniques Deluxe Buffer Brush and like really saturate the brush, and then just flood areas where I haven't put it. And so it's really, it says medium coverage, but guys, like this is good enough to be full, in my opinion, because I'm a full coverage kind of girl, although I ain't got much to cover apart from insecurities and heartbreak. I'm joking. Oh, I'm funny. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge. Love this sponge. It's my favorite. And sometimes, depending on if I find it's hard to blend while I'm patting it, just pat it in, push it in. You'll see. Like, look. I don't know if it's because I don't have much to cover on my face, but I feel like this is absolutely flawless. or if it's the foundation. But I've been using it for a very long time, so even when I have spots, it still does my face good. So I love this foundation, and I'm just pressing it in. And a lot of mistakes people make when they're doing their foundation with a beauty blender is they scrape, and that's taking off product when you're applying it. When you're doing it, you're just pushing as much as you can get into your skin at that moment. I'm just pushing it in. And just look at my forehead. Absolutely flawless. Looks a little bit shiny now, but flawless. Yeah. So I love this foundation. And this foundation's only like, I think it's like £6. So you can get it in Superdrug. I believe you can get it in Boots. I mean, well, not all worked in Boots. I've seen it there. So yeah, literally it is banging. Like, look at that. Just, and this is supposed to be medium coverage, so if you wanted more cover than this, go in one more time, girl, and you're good. Like, seriously. And I just push it in, and I go like on my ear and then like just underneath my ear, so it blends in. And over here is just like, in real life it's darker, but it's not like as dark as, like, I don't know, it's just not dark, but I still go over it because, you know, everything's meant to be smooth as a bitch. So going in between my brows, honestly, is the trickiest part for me because I do my brows first, and I cannot imagine doing my brows last. I just I'd done it for like 2 months and it wasn't the tea. Because you're just like exploring with your makeup when you first start out. But yeah, I just push it in. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's nothing more to push in. My shit's blended to the T. So yeah. I also like have a line here, and that's just to clean up my eyeshadow. And I actually leave it to dry so that when I'm doing my concealer, as you see, that bitch look good. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This is in the shade Tan Latte. This is really, really bright. So I'm gonna mix it with my Kryolan foundation stick. But these foundations, right, they're so creamy, they can be used as an eyeshadow, I mean as a concealer. And this one is UB2, so if you just type that in on Kryolan's website, you'll be able to find them. So I'm just going to mix the two together, literally just getting the stick and going like that. And bobbing it on top. And the reason why I do this as well is because the 16-hour camo e.l.f. concealer, it dries really quickly, and this allows me time to do my thing while I'm blending. So the creaminess of the foundation stick, they're not even sticks, they're just in like these, but you can get them in like actual sticks. I got those from college a couple of years ago. I only recently started using them, but yeah, it just gives me a lot more playing time. So I'm just gonna highlight underneath my eyes, my cupid's bow, literally my cupid's bow, my chin, bridge of my nose, and tiniest bit on my forehead. I haven't really been into like highlighting my forehead a lot these days. I'm not sure why, but let's get going because we've only got a certain amount of time. So I'm just going to start underneath my eyes. And look up and really push that product in, being sure not to go over the line you created. And that's why I create those lines and let it dry down, because it's a lot easier to blend it down from the blended business going on. And as you can see, the 16 hour and the Kryolan foundation just gives me absolute life. And by now, if this was the elf concealer on its own, I wouldn't have been able to move it, so it would have been stuck like that, and I basically would have been pissed. So that's why I mix it. It also gives coverage, which we always need, but most importantly, it gives blendability, the time to blend, because that's always a good thing. Oh, this is so satisfying. I look really bright at the moment, especially how my light is on my ring lights are on the lightest right now. And then in terms for my forehead, I just try and concentrate it and then blend it out. And I actually go up like into my hairline, and you'll see why I do that, because it's easier to create a gradual blend. And then I'm gonna go on my nose. And by the way, my beauty sponge is damp, so if you don't clean your beauty blender every time that you use it, is another reason why you get breakouts, really bad breakouts. So a dirty beauty blender is a no-no. If it's dirty, don't use it on your face, unless it's dry. It's a dry beauty blender that you use for powder, because I know people who do that, who use like a dry beauty blender for powder. But even so, still shouldn't go more, in my personal opinion, more than like 2 to 3 uses. And let me just G-check myself. Blended to perfection. So to set this all, I've actually only recently been doing this, and I'm taking the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in 6D6W. So I'm guessing that's the warm deep. I mean deep warm, but it don't look that deep. I'm not finna stunt. I'm not gonna lie. And I just literally just dip my beauty blender in it, like partially saturate it. Make sure you go over your eye just before you apply the powder, and apply that beauty. And the thing I like about this powder is it's so fine that it just makes your skin look blurred. Honestly, blurred. There's no other way to explain it. And the thing is with this, although it's warm, I personally like, for people that's my skin tone, or around my skin tone and a little bit lighter, to use like a warm, neutral setting powder. None of this bright, because the warm neutral, the neutral is going to give it a brightening aspect anyway with the warmth. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Sounds mad, but I know what I'm talking about. Once you try it for yourself, you're like, ooh. I like to stick to more like warmy reds, like reddy yellow, for more deeper skin tones. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And my face looks mad right now. I look like proper light, but trust me, it's all gonna come together, be It's all gonna come together. I got 3 mirrors, one here, one there, and one there, and I'm gonna finesse it because every day my skin looks flawless, apart from some days when the weather changes. I can't quite tell you where this brush is from, but I use this brush and the Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation in Warm Dark, and it looks like this, which is my close to my skin tone. Okay, and then I set my foundation, so that's bringing more of the color of my skin out again, whereas the highlighter was kind of pushing my skin back. So I just go in circular motions. You're gonna see it better on this side, and go down my neck because we did have foundation there. Go on the sides of my chin, of my chinny chin chin, and on my forehead. And as you can see, already there's kind of like a gradient to my highlighter without even bronzing, contouring, nothing. I'm going to go on the sides of my nose. I'm basically putting it everywhere where I didn't highlight. So, yeah. And I'm looking smooth as a bitch under my lip. But I must say, this brush makes it so easy, so quick and easy. And then I'm going to take this NYX Highlighting and Contour Pro Palette. And it looks like so. This shade, I didn't even know. I think this shade came out the first couple of days of me having it. Literally just fell out. And I've got like the whole thing for it. So I think it wasn't pressed well. Good thing about these is you can take them out the pan. I just like to run my brush along the whole. Let me get my brush. I like to run my brush along all the colours. Tap off the excess and start off in my temple and work my way down in circular motions. Yes, this is why I don't do baby hairs, because I just have to end up doing this. So what's the point in doing baby hairs? Makes absolutely no sense to me. Just in circular motions, just so you're happy with the build. I love this powder, this like highlighting and contour kit. Well, preferably the contour because that's what I use more of. Oh, and I'm using the NYX number 02 brush, and this is just makes it so easy to blend your contour. So easy. Once again, I'm going back and forth in the shadows, starting off in my brow bone, in my temple. I feel like I might have applied too much in that section. There we go. And now you can see it's coming together and it doesn't look as bright as it did before. And I like to smile because when you smile, some of the hairs get pushed up and it gives an actual gradient. As you can see, look, not all the hairs are concentrated in one place. When you smile, it spreads the brush open, and it this particular brush anyway, it spreads the brush open, and you get a better effect from it, in my personal opinion. So anyone who disagrees, it's your opinion, love. So keep that shit to yourself. And as you can see now, the exterior, the perimeter of my face is intertwining with the center. I'm just going to do the same. Bring it on my jawline, go around my chin. Pretty much the same thing I done with the foundation powder. And that's just going to smallen it and give me more of like a heart-shaped face, a round heart-shaped face. But because I'm chubby right now, you know, it has taken away, because as you can see, when I smile, my chin actually points really straight. So I'm just trying to accentuate that that exact facial structure. I'm not trying to change it, I'm just trying to remove some of the fat on my face to do that. Yeah, looks so good. And then I'm gonna take this brush. I can't say where I got this brush either, but I love this brush, trust me. This brush makes it so easy to like contour or bronze your nose. Honesty to God. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to bake my nose. Once again, L'Oreal True Match. I'm gonna squeeze the beauty blender and I'm gonna go up my nose. And then we could take the brush, and the only two shades that I use is this one here and this one here. These two together, I don't know what it is, but it just makes my nose contour perfection. And yes, my brushes are dirty. Who are you to judge me? I'm gonna wash them, okay? I'm going to wash them. I bring my contour like up into my brow bone, like this socket here, because that's what really gives a contour. And I find with black women, women of color, doing this on your nose, oh my god, snatches your nose, whether you have a nose bridge or not. I don't have a nose bridge because of my Asian side of me, but when you do this, Lord have mercy, okay? Lord have mercy, literally. And then I'm gonna like cut it off in the center to give me almost like a button, because I love working with my nose. My nose is like a button nose. Oh, I change it, just enhance it, you know, with makeup. I used to think about getting a non-surgical nose job to fill my nose, because as you can see, there's literally like nothing here. But there's these Chanel sunglasses that I'm determined to get. The first sunglasses that ever fit my face. So when I do get them, I think I might just make a whole video on them. But yeah. And now you can see the whole button vibe on my nose. I don't like that whole going straight down the nose vibe. It looks so good on a lot of people, just on my nose shape. It makes me look like I've got a dick nose, so I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay. Oh guys, I'm looking so snatched. That sounded wrong. Shit then. Yes, let's take my favorite blush. So now I'm gonna take my favorite blush. This is my everyday, all day favorite. It's the Dessert Rose by M.A.C, and it looks like so. The only thing I don't like about M.A.C's color products is they press them too hard. Like, I say this even when I was working on MAC counters. I'll say, like, MAC has got some really good stuff, but they press their powders too hard. Like, girl, your shit's pigmented, so why are you pressing it so hard for? Anyway, this is a Morphe E4 brush. And I'm just, you know, kissing my cheeks with them. I don't do the whole spray my face before powder, before I apply blush. Honey, no, I don't do that. I just, you know, apply that shit and then spritz my face just before I put some highlighter on, because that's how you finna do it, okay? Well, that's how I do it anyway. So if you want to know how I get it and you want to do it like how I do it, that's how I do it. Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty either way. I'm putting some blush on my nose because it just gives a very natural effect. Some on my forehead. See, this is what I don't like. When girls are like, I don't like blush. I don't like blush. You don't like blush because you see people from back in the day who would just put it here like that. Not bring it back into their contour. Just put it on their face like so and go on out the door. But blush is supposed to bring back colour. So you bring back the damn colour. You know? I always like to keep my blushes very similar to the eyeshadow I'm using or the eyeshadow look that I have. So I'm just putting it like on my chin. As you can see, my chin looks relatively pinky. I'm just going down the sides of my nose. Girl, I feel like I look so snatched. So good. I look so cute. Okay, so I love this. And this is the motherfucking plug. If you're ever going to Primark and you want to pick up something, I even keep the price on there to remind me how freaking good it is. Like, yeah, this is the Primark Primer Water. I have not been using setting powder for a very long time because I've been using this. This is £2 in Primark and it just... It does everything. I like to spray from afar because if I get it too close to my eyes will start to crease. And I'm not with that. Because, you know, hooded eye gang. I know people are thinking, what? Hooded eye gang? But hooded eyes are on the top, bitch. Anyway. Just allow me, innit? I know what I'm talking about. You're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get used to it. And, oh, we have our own little language going on. Shit, then. I should have fucking known. Good. So, spritz my face. And I'll be back with the finished look. So you can put on whatever highlighter you like at this point, but this is literally the base. Like, I feel like my skin is snatcheroo. And by snatcheroo, I mean snatched. Like, bitch, look at my face, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to sound cocky, but still, my face is so smooth. And do you know what made me do this video? When I was taking pictures with no filter, and I was like, bro, really? Who gassed your skin like that? Honestly. Okay, anyway, I'll be back. Yeah, and I love this. I love this. So I'm going to change. I make myself look cute, you know, because I feel cute, like, cute. And I feel like this highlighter is not a lot. The highlighter, it is a bright highlighter that I use, don't get me wrong. Just to share with you guys, it's the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. Just swatch it for anyone. If you don't know about this highlighter, you've been living in Mars, honestly. I think people in Mars know about this. But this highlighter is sickening. It's so smooth. I literally just felt like I was touching my skin because my skin's softy. But no, honestly, yeah. So let me get changed. Make myself look cute, and I'll be back. This is literally how I get a flawless base every single time I do my makeup. Sometimes I switch up like the foundation, sometimes I'll use like not exactly my shade but the NYX Total Drop foundation, or I'll use like the Urban Decay All Nighter, not the new one by the way, the OG original, or the Naked Skin. I think All Nighter, it's the Naked Skin I'm talking about. Boy, this outro is going to shit. Yeah, so have fun, spread the love. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, comment like, bro, we are meant to be like getting to know each other in the comments, my G. So, any questions you got, anything, hit me up, and I'll reply. Text my YouTube whenever you're not alone. I'm joking.